We are previewing Week 17 in the NFL right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. We're going to take a look at Tennessee, Indianapolis right now. We have no lines out for this one. We're going to just get his thoughts on the situation here anyway. It's, what a disaster of a game this is in general, right? The Titans just got just blasted at home by Houston last week. That makes them now 2-9-1. Against the spread over their last 12. They're just not a good football team. I think we can label them that. I think we can put that stamp on them right now here in Week 17. Not a good football team. The Tennessee Titans and the Colts, all sorts of issues at quarterback, right? Hasselbeck and Whitehurst, not a formidable tandem to start with, both banged up. Now they signed two other guys. They signed Ryan Lindley. So it's all over the map. What's going to happen with what could happen with Indianapolis here at the quarterback position? Just a disaster of a football game. Nothing to say about it right now. We'll see when the lines come out what they are. Joe Duffy, do you have anything to say about this game as of Wednesday afternoon?
Yeah, it's obviously a pretty ugly game. I think the only thing that you can be fairly definitive about is that the Colts are going to have to be as vanilla as it gets with their offensive playbook, for crying out loud. I mean, they even went out and signed Josh Freeman, Stephen Morris. I guess he was the guy who was the quarterback at the University of Miami. I mean, look, they literally have no quarterback. I think Freeman was backing up Jared Lorenzen in semi-pro football or something like that. So it's crazy. I don't think they can have more than 5 or 6 plays in their playbook. They're going to have to be as vanilla as possible. So that would give a slight advantage to Tennessee. The one warning I would give, and it's not to say that I necessarily am in love with the Titans, but some people might outsmart themselves. They're going to say that the Titans, look, if they lose this game, they're going to clinch the top pick. Mike Mularkey, he's probably not even going to be on the team next year. So if you think he's going to roll over because he wants to ensure that Tennessee's got the top pick, not only that, but just about everybody on the Titans, they're fighting for their career. So they're not going to roll over. So a team that they may or may not be on next year has the top pick in the draft. So don't use that as some type of intangible or motivational factor. But if anything, I would slightly lean towards the Titans simply because at least they can be a little bit more creative with their playbook. And, they don't, no team wants to finish with the worst record. I think that's a myth that, maybe the ownership might be secretly rooting for them to lose, but it's not like they can tell the players to roll over. So I'd slightly lean towards the Titans. But then again, the Colts have won 8 straight in the series, and I realize that it was with different quarterbacks, etc. But still, I do believe that 90% of the game's half mental, and I think that counts for a little bit something. But if anything, if I had to pick a winner, and there is no line on this game, and it's going to be a very low line regardless, and there could be some crazy line movement, it's not going to take much money to move this line, but I would lean maybe slightly towards the Titans only because, as I said, they can at least be a little bit more creative in their play calling.
I'm actually starting to think that when the line comes out, who knows what it'll be, but maybe we'll see some great value with Tennessee because of just how they've been overall on the year, both straight up and ATS. The fact that, the Colts are at home, so the odds makers have to give the Colts a few extra points for that. And just the complete disaster at quarterback. And as you said, how conservative they're likely to be on offense. I mean, the Colts might be a pretty big favorite here. And if they are, maybe we have great value on Tennessee.
Well, I do think that, look, I say the only time of the year when people say that a team quits, I say that's total bullcrap. Teams do not quit. The one exception can be in Week 17 where they just want to get into the offseason. And look, the Colts entered the year as a Super Bowl favorite, so I think if there's one team that might be even more excited to get to the offseason, it would be the Colts. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that. If you want to go with the Titans as an official pick, I wouldn't talk you out of it.
Well, no, there are going to be no official picks in this video because we have no lines. I definitely don't do that. I never give a pick when I don't know the line. But, interesting thoughts. Joe Duffy, I will tell you, I'll be keeping my eye out for where this line opens. And, if Tennessee's a big underdog, depending on how big, I think I might be leaning towards a bet on them despite how bad they've been against the spread all year long. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Thanks so much for all your thoughts on this game. And you tell me, I know your website, you've had a great week recently, right?
Yeah, anybody that gives a flying you-know-what about long-term profit, they're already on with us, and they've already got a long-term package. Those who just want to jump on board when someone's hot, well, now you got the best and the hottest handicapper on earth. 9-1 my last 10 Wise Guy plays, which is my strongest play, and it's also the strongest play in the handicapping industry. 9-1 that is in football with Wise Guy plays, college and pro. We got bowls up. We got the NFL, depending on which day you're watching this. Just visit OffshoreInsiders.com for the main menu and all the winners you need for that day.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Peter.